All right, well, we're gonna jump right into questions here for Kyle. Kyle is our second place finisher tonight. And the number 51 Cessna Toyota is also the winning truck owner of the number 4 Mobile One Toyota that was driven by Hunter Nemechek. So he's here and can answer double duty questions for you guys. We are going to kick it off with Bob Pockris.
Yeah, Kyle, what do you feel like the win can do for John Hunter and Eric?
Well, I mean, I don't know that they really needed a confidence boost, but certainly I think it is some of that. Eric obviously coming back to KBM, coming back to the Truck Series, doing it's essentially what I wanted him to do. I never wanted him to leave, but coming back home, if you will, to Kyle Busch Motorsports, and also having John Hunter come over. John Hunter's won with his dad's team. He's won in Xfinity. He's been up to Cup and wanted to get back to running up front, winning, and in victory lane. We had plenty of conversations last year about a lot of that stuff. So it's just really refreshing and cool to see him be able to do that. Eric Phillips to be able to come back and to succeed so early. Those guys, they've been contenders each and every week. I mean, shoot, they could have won the Daytona Road Course, but come up a little bit short. So it's just refreshing to see that truck, another driver to be able to run up front with our equipment.
And I'm sure you know that whenever you have a spin like the one you had, there's going to be questions. So can you kind of take me through your spin? Thanks.
Nope.
I'm sorry?
Nope.
You're not going to explain what happened?
Nope.
Thank you.
All right, next we're going to go to Mark Garrow.
Thank you. I'm going to try to ask a question where I can get more than a one-word answer. I'm hoping. Kyle, you drivers down on ground level, you see and understand the little nuances somebody has to use to lead a race and win a race at the end, like John Hunter Nemechek. Your thoughts on how he performed at the end with a number of restarts, and then with you directly behind him after that final restart, after things sort of settled out?
Yeah, his restarts, we had a super good restart there about mid-race, and shot out front, shot to the lead, and then the next one we kind of bunched it up too much and messed up. But then there at the end, I felt like we got another good one there, and I got us both clear. That's the game plan, was to push hard enough to get us both clear. So we did a good enough job. It's responsibility on me. It's responsibility on him in order to get that done and execute that right. So fortunately we did, and that was the first and foremost priority, was to make sure that we could get the 4 truck out front, get cleared, and then hopefully we could settle it out for a win between the two of us. And I just wasn't good enough there at the end in order to run him back down. He was running some really good laps and doing a really good job, and ran a clean race all day long to be able to get himself in that spot.
Again, were there little things that he was doing that you thought, okay, if I was leading, that's exactly what I'd be doing to make sure I kept the second guy back?
I mean, yeah, there's little tricks to the trade, and him and I, we've talked about some of that stuff in the past, and this is being recorded, so that's it.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Next, we're going to go to Cole Cusimano.
Thanks for taking the time to talk, Kyle. Tires played a huge factor tonight. Do you anticipate more of the same come Sunday in terms of cording and such? And is there anything else you may have learned tonight that you could apply to the cup race?
Yeah, a little bit of lane selection stuff, a little bit of dirty air. You can kind of learn some of that stuff. It's just a reminder. Obviously, you don't have practice, so you don't get a chance to get out there and kind of feel some things out ahead of time. So you kind of are winging it as you go along. But it's a good reminder. You can watch film and look at different things as much as you want to, but until you get out there and kind of feel it, you don't really pick up on some of that stuff sometimes. So, obviously the tire tonight, it was a green racetrack, very green, nothing on it at all. So, the first stage, I felt like their tires were pretty wore out, but even at the end, the last stage there, I felt like, if there was a set of tires laying with that caution we had with 15 or 16, whatever it was to go, I was like, man, I want to come down and get another set, but we were all out. So having a short tire set, honestly, just it kind of lends itself to no pit strategy. You know what I mean? Like, you pit at the stage breaks, you pit once when you can make it the rest of the way on fuel, and everybody's going to take their tires then, and that's pretty much it. Because if you come and take tires, which I think a couple of guys did, I don't know where they made it back to, but it's just way too hard to make that kind of track position back up when the tire separation coming back through traffic with the tire separation not being that great.
Thank you. Good luck Sunday.
Yep.
Next, we're going to go to Jenna Fryer.
Hey, Kyle, this is a kind of strange timed question. I've been talking to Mars and Ethel M about Sunday in the car. I know it's a sponsor thing, but at the same time, Ethel M is a thing here in Vegas. And I understand you have a history with your grandma at the Cactus Farm. I'm just wondering, it's all full circle with Ethel M on the car Sunday in Vegas, something that was in your life before Mars was in your life. If you can just talk about what it all means and it being full circle.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. It's very special to me because, as you said, my grandmother and I, we've gone to the Cactus Garden a couple of times there at Ethel M over in Henderson. And, the Cactus Garden wasn't necessarily the first place we were going to. I think it was more so for the chocolate. But, past that, just having those memories and spending time there for a couple of times when I was a young boy, it was really cool to do. And obviously, Ethel M is also celebrating their 40th anniversary of being here, being in business, being in Las Vegas, Nevada. So that's paying homage to them, having them on our race car. I'm really excited about that. William Clements is a huge part of our program, and he's now kind of in charge of the brand over there with Ethel M and what all he does to help push the Mars brands on the race car. So I'm excited about that. Wish my grandmother was still around in order to see that. I'm sure she would have a special feeling around that paint scheme and that opportunity to run that on the race car, but she'll be smiling from above.
Is it sort of odd, this thing with your grandma that wasn't, Mars wasn't part of your life then, and here it is all together now?
Yeah, dude, it's I say dudette. It's crazy how life comes full circle sometimes with these weird things that happen. And yeah, you're right. I was never in my mind, in my wildest dreams, that I ever think that being a race car driver sponsored by M&M's was going to the Cactus Garden and having some Ethel M's chocolate was going to come full circle for me. And 35 years later.
Thanks, Kyle.
All right, Kyle. Well, thanks for joining us tonight. Congratulations on the great evening for your team. We're going to bring your race-winning driver in here now.
All right, congrats, brother. Good job, man. We'll see you back at the shop.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right.
All right. We are now joined by our race-winning driver, John Hunter Nemechek, driver of the number 4 Mobile One Toyota. We will get straight into questions for John Hunter here. We will start with Mark Garrow from PRN.
Thank you. Congratulations, John Hunter. Just talking to Kyle about some of the things drivers do at the end of a race that we can't see, the little tricks, the nuances that you get, the people trailing you get, but we don't see. Were you using some of those tricks that Kyle said since we're being recorded, he couldn't talk about, that you guys have talked about? And just, can you talk about some of the things you were doing inside the truck to hold them off at the end?
Yeah, definitely was utilizing some of those tricks that him and I have talked about in the past. I can't disclose what those are or what I was doing inside the truck to be able to hold him off, but Kyle has been a great boss, a great mentor. I feel like I've kind of grown a relationship with him over the past year or so. And I've been able to pick his brain a lot and ask him questions and discuss different things to be able to be in this position. And just so thankful for the opportunity from Kyle and Toyota and everyone at TRD and just all of our partners for getting us here. And it's great to be back in Victory Lane. That's all I can say.
All right, next we're going to go to Jim Utter.
Congrats, John Hunter. Obviously, you knew when you signed up at KBM, you already mentioned that you guys definitely were, it was all about wins, but you also knew that at some point you'd probably be racing the boss. What was it like in his very first race this season, to be put into that position?
It was an amazing opportunity. Let's just put it that way. like I said before, Kyle has been a great boss, a great mentor, someone that I feel like I can call a friend. It's been amazing to kind of see the process over the off season. For myself, learning a lot of things that I wasn't quite aware of, and being able to build off that. And like we have said from the very start, we've used the hashtag from the very beginning when we announced myself coming from KBM that we're hashtag here for wins, and we were able to get it done tonight. We've been close last 2 weeks, but finally being able to get the victory lane with a whole new group, in a sense, bringing Eric back to the truck series. We're just adding to his winningest tally as crew chief in the NASCAR Camera World Truck Series. And all my guys, everyone at KBM, they gave us one heck of a truck tonight. Kyle's truck was really fast as well. And luckily we were able to execute on that restart there at the end and put ourselves in position to be leading and win this thing.
And obviously you haven't been there very long, but what's your impression on how it will go over at KBM in general to see one of the other trucks winning races other than just Kyle, that like it has been most recently?
I think that was the goal with coming in. He wants to win races every single week. If he's running or if he's not running, he wants one of his trucks to win. So I feel like Kyle kind of made the call, and he said it before that he wanted a Matt Crafton type guy to come into KBM. And luckily I was the lucky one at 23 years old to be able to be called that, to come into this opportunity for Kyle and kind of be the veteran of the team and help Chandler and all the younger guys that are running in the 51 as well. So it's an amazing opportunity. Like I said, I'm shocked right now, but I'm super stoked and super happy that we're able to be here.
Thank you very much.
Next, we're going to go to Bob Pockris.
Hey, John Hunter, why are you shocked?
Well, Bob, it's amazing to see the growth and the development that I feel like I have been able to overcome through the years of racing. And I've gained a lot of experience, but it goes back. I haven't won in 2 years, Bob. So that takes a toll on you mentally. That takes a toll on you as a person, as a driver, saying, can I do this? So being able to kind of get back behind the wheel and be competitive and have a shot to win every single week with an amazing organization. I guess I shouldn't be shocked, but it's kind of like a starstruck moment. I didn't know if it was going to come this early or not. And we have our stuff together, it seems like, and we're going to continue to build and keep this momentum going and continue to get better on our communication and everything that we can as a team.
And if you don't win, people will look and say that the move to KBM was not a smart decision. But now that so do you feel like, I don't want to say vindicated, but feel like that this proves that this decision was the right move? For sure. I think tonight, after getting out of the truck, Bob, I was very kind of holding back emotion in a sense. And it's just so rewarding to be able to make that decision and stick with it. And I mean, moving from the Cup Series back to the Truck Series, I think you were one of the ones that asked me about that when we first announced this deal. And for us to be able to come out here and win a race in our third start together as a team and be able to be competitive every single week. I mean, the expectation is there for me to win, from Kyle, from everyone at Toyota, from all of our partners, from sponsors, from my wife even. The expectation is to win, and we're using the hashtag here for win. So it's very validating. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Tom Zalewski.
Hi, John Hunter. As Kyle had his flat tire with inside of 50 to go, and then a few moments later he got his lap back. Did you find that it was still, the challenge was just kicking into gear a little bit? Were you thinking, oh crap, he's coming at you?
No, honestly, I didn't know that he had gotten his lap back. I didn't know that he was a lap down. He had a flat tire behind us there. We were able to pull away on that short run, and I didn't know how the long run was going to pan out, but I felt like the race was going to come down to the one of us of the KBM trucks if it went green the whole way. So I wasn't focused on him. I was focused on our race, our truck, our team, what adjustments we needed on that last pit stop to be better. And my pit crew was amazing tonight. All the calls on the box were great. We made the right adjustments, and we got to where we needed to be there at the end.
There wasn't any other communication that the 51 was coming until they got there?
Nope. Not until that last restart that he was gonna line up third there behind us, and he pushed really, really hard. I can tell you that. So I'm glad that he was able to be there and help us get us this victory tonight.
Good, well done.
Thank you.
Next, we'll go to Chris Knight.
Hey, John Hunter, was tonight's performance an indication or a message to the other teams and drivers that if you want to have a shot at this championship, they're going to have to get through that Ford truck?
I definitely hope so. We want to win as many races as we can this year. We want to lead as many laps as we can this year. We want to do the best that we can possibly do every single week. We want to win stages. We want to have stage points. I think we're leading the points now after this weekend. So that's a huge gain for us. So we just got to keep the momentum rolling. We've had 3 solid weeks, and we've gathered a lot of stage points as well. So we're looking forward to the next few races and just taking them week by week, and hopefully we can win all of them.
And this is Toyota's 3rd straight win of 2021. When they added you and Thor Sport back to their lineup, that was their goal to essentially dominate the series. Obviously, it's paying off. What can you say about that program?
Yeah, it's awesome to see Toyota and TRD and everyone involved has given me this opportunity. That's how this whole opportunity kind of came about over the course of last year. And it's very rewarding to see them give us all the tools and everything that we need to be able to succeed as a team, as an organization, and personally for myself as a driver. So we're going to stick to it. We're going to keep on keeping on and maximize and optimize everything that we have.
Thanks for your time and congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Cole Cusimano.
Thank you, Steph. Congrats, John Hunter. What was going through your mind in those final laps with the boss man in your rearview mirror? And then what were you finally thinking when you held off arguably the best driver in trucks at Vegas?
Yeah, I don't think that I looked in my rearview mirror those last few laps. I was focused on the task at hand, and luckily I have Kyle's Cup spotter, Tony Hirschman, up on the spotter stand, so he was keeping me updated, trying to help guide me on what I needed to do and kind of where I needed to run to be able to do the best that I could do. And luckily he wasn't able to catch us there at the end. So huge day for myself, our team, all of our partners, everyone involved in Kyle Busch Motorsports in a whole.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Ashley McCubbin.
Talk about being here for the wins, but realistically, is there a set number of wins that you'd like to finish the season with?
I come into every race hoping to win. So we want to win as many races as possible. If we can win every single one from here on out, that'd be amazing. But that's also not quite realistic. So we just we're focused every single week. We'll have fun tonight, I'm sure, on the plane on the way home, and kind of enjoy and soak in this moment. And tomorrow we'll be back watching races from here, and Sunday, and back to the shop Monday, back to work. So we just have to do the best that we can, and we'll be ready to go.
And you mentioned like you're still young yourself, but you've been involved in the sport now for a good 7 years. How much have you changed and evolved as a driver compared to when you started in the truck series?
I don't think there's words to describe that. I've changed a lot. I've grown up. I've gone through a lot, from the ups to the downs, the highs to the lows, back to the highs, back to the lows. And you just keep focused on the task at hand and what you want to do, and how to be happy. I'm definitely happy that I'm here at Kyle Busch Motorsports, and we got the win.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Mitchell Brewer.
First off, John Hunter, congratulations on the win. Where would you say this win ranks among the ones you've had in your career?
Yeah, that's a really tough question. I don't know. This one is bittersweet. I think more so from the validation of moving back from the Cup Series back to the Truck Series, and I feel like a lot of people see that as you're downgrading yourself or you're downgrading series, and I don't quite see it that way. So the series is very competitive. There's a lot of competitive trucks every single week, and it's really close racing. I learned a lot over the course of my career, and I definitely think a lot of that experience kind of applies into this and what we've been able to do so far. But none of this would be possible without the team that is surrounded. I'm surrounded by at Kyle Busch Motorsports.
Thank you.
Next, we're going to go to Sterling Price.
Thank you. First of all, John Hunter, congratulations on the victory. A couple of questions that I have, one of them being back when you decided back in December to move back to the Truck Series from the Cup Series, were there any second thoughts whatsoever on whether or not you were making the best decision in terms of your career?
I mean, I feel like when you're making that decision, you're trying to weigh out the best option that you feel like is best for your career, but not only best for your career, something that that you're going to be happy with, something that you can live with yourself, and something that you can have the recollection of being validated, right? Just trying to make sure that you're doing everything that you can as a driver and as a person to be the happiest that you can and having fun. And I'm sure having fun so far.
And a quick follow-up that I have, now that you've gotten the win back in the Truck Series, and I know it might be a little too early to say for sure, but in terms of your career, would you be comfortable staying in the Truck Series for just a little while longer before a possible opportunity arises to move up?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to take it day by day, and I'm focused on this year. I'm not focused on the future right now. I'm focused on this moment and being present in this moment, and maximizing the opportunity that I have. I feel like when I was younger, I always would try and get ahead of myself and maybe move up the ranks too quick or want to be somewhere too quick. And I feel like I've matured a lot as a driver from my first race when I was 16 years old in the NASCAR World Truck Series. So who knows what the future brings? I'm not worried about it right now. I'm just excited and stoked that we got the trophy and brought home the checkered flag tonight.
Enjoy the moment, John Hunter. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Next, we're going to go to Marty Zakala.
Thank you. John Hunter, congratulations on the win. Here in your radio communications before that final restart, you were saying Kyle coming with me. How important were those restarts tonight, especially with the Choose V being in play and you two can line up in the same lane?
Yeah, Kyle is obviously a great race car driver. He's really good on restarts. He's able to push everything else. And I feel like these truck restarts come down to who your pusher is, who's behind you, who can lock onto the bumper, if they're going to stay with you or not, and how committed they are to that truck in front. And I felt like Kyle was going to put himself in the best position for either myself or him to win. So it definitely turned out on the right foot. And he's a great boss. He's a great guy. I feel like he gets a bad rap sometimes, but he's just very passionate, and I'm proud to kind of be underneath his banner right now.
Going back to what was asked about Toyota sweeping our race of the season so far. They had a top 5 overall tonight, sweeping the top 5. Talk to me about what this means for the TRD brand as a whole. And I mean, I know you drove with Ford Performance last year, but talk about like the improvement they've really made over 2020.
Yeah, I think that I can only thank Tony Stewart for calling out Toyota last year in one of his interviews, and kind of saying that the Ford manufacturer was better with their driver development program and whatnot. And I think that kind of lit a spark underneath some of the employees at Toyota as well. So they've given me everything that I've needed, everything that I've asked for, everything that I've wanted to be able to succeed. And it's amazing for them to be able to give everything that they do to Kyle Busch Motorsports, as well as the other Toyota teams here in the NASCAR Hero World Truck Series. And it's just amazing. They're a great group, and they want to win races, and so do we. We all have the same goal.
Thanks for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
John Hunter, I got a question via the text app here. It said, my question is, how has it been working with Eric Phillips early on in the season?
It's been working good. I really enjoy being around Eric, and I've been around him my whole life. He changed some of my diapers when I was a baby. So being able to have that relationship, and for him to believe in me and believe in this organization, and step away from being the car chief on Denny Hamlin's Cup car over the past few years, and being in the Cup Series, and kind of make the jump from the Cup Series back to the Truck Series with me. He told me before he took this deal that he wasn't here to run second. He was here to win races and continue to add to that tally of the most winningest crew chief in NASCAR World Truck Series history. And luckily, we're able to do so. So it's an amazing opportunity. I trust him. I feel like he trusts me, and our communication is only going to get better on and off the racetrack.
All right, we have a couple more for you here. We're going to go with Cameron Richardson.
Hey, John, in what ways has Kyle Busch served as a mentor toward you since you joined KBM or throughout your career? Because you said that, people notice he's had a bad rep, but what have you learned from him just behind the scenes?
Yeah, I've learned a lot from him behind the scenes. I feel like I really haven't been close to a driver other than my dad, in a sense, over my career and whatnot, and being able to kind of expand that to Kyle over last year, kind of my first year in the Cup Series, and being able to pick his brain. And we would talk about super late model racing, truck racing, Xfinity racing, Cup racing, Brexton's racing at Millbridge, and kind of touring around the country. I feel like we've kind of grown that in a sense, and I feel like I can call Kyle a friend for sure. And he's been great. Any questions I ask, he definitely gives me the knowledge, and he's not afraid to reach out. And we were actually able to talk kind of before the race tonight as well, and talk to him about a couple of things pre-race, and it all worked out. And I'm excited to have him as a boss and mentor and a friend overall. So hopefully we continue this winning thing for him and Kyle Busch Motorsports.
Thanks, John. Congrats on the.
Thank you.
And we're going to wrap up with Kelvin LaPierre.
Thanks, Steph. Congrats on the win, John Hunter. Just wondering, you said earlier in the press conference that you didn't think that or know if your win would come this early. So now that the win has come this early in the season, how does that change your mindset going into the rest of the year, and how much momentum does that give Kyle Busch Motorsports?
Yeah, I think our mindset stays the same. We want to win every single week that we show up. We've been close. We're close at Daytona Road Course for the second race. And we've kicked off the year on a high foot. So hopefully we can continue that and just keep on pressing and carry this momentum in. But I feel like we're only going to get better as a team, and we're in an organization. I hope that we peak at the right time when we need to during the playoffs, and go win this championship for Toyota, Kyle Busch Motorsports, and all of our great partners.
Thanks, John. Good luck in Atlanta.
Thank you.
All right, John Hunter, I have one fun fact for you before we let you go. You and your dad are the first father-son duo to ever win National Series races here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Your dad won in the Xfinity Series back in 2003. So kind of a fun thing to talk to him about when you get done here.
Yeah, for sure.